Okay, so now that we have Waldo and we've made Waldo move a little bit, let's get Waldo to head back to the center of the screen. Up when sprite is closed. So two ways that you can activate a block of code. One, if I actually do the when the sprite is clicked, so I could click on Waldo, or I could click on the event button at the top, and that will actually activate that block of code. And so if I press this one, you notice that it became highlighted in yellow for just a moment. Or if I click this one, and then I can click this one, Waldo will head back to the center of the screen. Now, one of the things that we can do with our sprites is we can draw with them. So my goal right now is to draw a square. So the first step I'm going to do, maybe we'll build on this space bar part of the program, and this will be the start of that square. Let me first, the first step that we'll do, we're going to move that block down a little bit, and I'm going to have to, in order to draw, you're going to need to put the pen down. And in this case, maybe I might want to clear the screen. So each time I do this, it will erase everything. So let's put the pen down. So setting the pen color with this block can be a little confusing. Basically, this will only give you an option of a color that's on the screen. So if I click that once, whatever I click on next will select the color. So I click there, and then if I click on this blue, it'll make it blue. If I click that block and then put it over something red, that would make the pen color red. So I might not want to use that one. Another option is to set pen color to a number. And so I can set pen color to, let's say 50, and let's try. Let's see what it looks like. So if I go to press my space bar, and maybe I'll take that clear out. So I'm running the whole piece. Let's see. I'm going to glide back to center. And so 50 is looks like a light green. Let's go with 100. Maybe I'll clear the screen just by clicking on that. Let's go back. Let's glide back to the center. Okay, now we've got a blue. It's like maybe a cyan with 125. Clear it just by clicking that. There, now we have a dark blue. So let's stick with that for now. I'm going to click that to clear. Let's send the sprite back home. Clear again. And now let's see what happens when we do 40 steps forward. Okay, maybe let's make that 65. I'm going to go back to the center. Maybe I'll build this as a little block that when I click on this one, that gets me back to the center, and it also clears the screen. So then if I click my space bar or right up here, that looks good. Now remember, I wanted to make a square. So in order to make a square, I'm going to turn. So I'm going to come over to my motion, and I'm going to turn, and I want to go up. So I'm going to go counterclockwise. I'm going to change this to 90 degrees. Let's see if I clear my screen and run the space bar. Okay, that looks good. And I am going to then copy this block of 65 steps, duplicate, and oh, it actually duplicated both of them, which is actually pretty good. So now if I clear my screen, and if I click, now Waldo is all turned upside down. So in order to glide, we need to point in a certain direction when we clear. So let's see if we point in the 90-degree direction. That's good. So let's see. So now I can do this. I can duplicate this again. If I duplicate, put down there, and then duplicate one more time, I should have my square. So let's clear the screen. And then there's my square. And it happened pretty quick. So maybe I want to put some space in there. Control. I'm going to wait a second. After each of these turns so I can see that happen. There's my square. And what I might do at the end of this is I might pick the pen up and then get the Waldo off of my square so I can see the entirety of it. So I'm going to come over here to motion, or pen. So I'm going to put pen up so it does not draw anymore. And then I'm going to do a move. And let's do move 100 steps. And let's see how we do. So just make sure our screen is clear. And drawing the square. And Waldo's now out of the way. So I can see that square. I might want to go a little further. Let's go 150. We'll clear our screen. Okay. And so that is one way to draw a square. We're going to change this program a little bit in our next video.